It's day 5 and we're being battered by the winds. Our auto helmet isn't working, our foot steerage is broken, so we're trying to repair that now. We've put out the power anchor and we've just got reports from the other teams and also from England that there's some cyclonic activity coming down our way, which means that for the next few days, at least until next Thursday, today's Sunday, we're pretty much stuck in this place. We're going to go on shift pattern, which means 2 hours on, 2 hours off, and 2 guys will sleep in, 2 guys will sit out on deck, and then we'll swap over every 2 hours. Looking at the map, we've made almost no progress. It's kind of heartening to hear that everyone else is kind of in the same predicament. It's not just us being stupid, but it's, you know, one of the other guys said this isn't what we signed up for. We signed up for clear sailing and blue skies, and we're not getting that, unfortunately. We are getting an adventure though, so depends what we're getting. If you're a glass half empty, half full kind of guy. This is day 6. We spent all night in the cabin. It's not safe to go out on deck. We've got our power anchor out. Basically, the only thing that we can do is just hold up like this for the next 2 days and wait for the winds to change, and then after that it should be plain sailing. I hope I don't jinx it by saying that. It's absolute hell in here. It's too hot. There's not enough air. Some of the other guys are getting a bit emotional as well. I'm really glad that I told my friends and family not to message me at all for the first 2 weeks, because seeing someone break down like that over a text message is pretty hard. We've just spoken to Mystique, the support vessel. We're just making sure that we're alright, and it sounds like they're having a bit of a rough time as well. So we've got 2 more days of this basically, and it's infuriating because we're not as far south as we want it to be. We're even talking about going back to Ahero for support, but we can't row against this. We've got 25 knots behind us. We wanted an adventure, that's what we're getting. Sorry, I want to make an amendment to that last video. Sounds like I'm close to slitting my wrists. I'm not. I wouldn't give this up for anything. There is a real sense of danger and adventure, which is very appealing. The hard thing is that you can feel all your land conventions being stripped away. I haven't showered in about 10 days, unless it's been pissed on by rain. We eating our wet rations cold, just so we don't have to waste time boiling water. If you got to take a shit, you got to do it in front of 3 other people. I'm actually enjoying it. I think it's the scale of it more than anything else, and the fact that we got all the bad weather and all the shit at the very start. I'm hoping that outlook's going to change, not just for us, for the rest of the fleet as well. Just heard over the AIS now that Atlantic Splash talking to a rescue helicopter, and it sounds like they're evacuating the whole crew. Obviously we can't speak to them right now. I hope they're alright. Fuck, this is only day 6 as well. People are getting rescued. Kind of gives you an idea of how dangerous it is out here now. I hope they're alright. 10. We spent last night and 4 days on power anchor, which meant it was really demoralising. We weren't going anywhere, weren't able to do anything. We were all cramped inside the cabin, and everyone wants to sleep in a different position. So if one person moves, then everybody else has to move. It's just horrible. Finally, we've got the northeasterly winds behind us. The only problem is the waves are 30-40 foot. So we're surfing down them a few, and at times you can also feel the boat lifting off. Spirits definitely better, as you can see. It's just, we've all kind of wondering, what the hell are we doing here? Why are we doing this? What was missing from our lives for us to subject ourselves to this kind of hell? In Nick Histon's video and the Spinal Frontier video, they look like they're having a right fucking laugh. Sun, get your tan on, do a bit of fishing. No chance. This has just been hell from day one. And like I said, we are feeling a lot better now that we're actually making some progress. We spoke to our man on the land, Terry, and apparently we're in first place for our class, which is really good. We're in 4th place overall. I just want to get across. and then go home to my pregnant wife. Seriously, what the fuck am I doing here?
Hello and welcome to Cooking with Finn. Today we have, today's a good day because you get a ration pack. What is in today's ration pack? Standard Ministry of Defence oatmeal block, and then a block of biscuit fruit S. I don't know what the S means. And then you also get fruit grains, berry combo. This actually could be the Soviet army stuff. The pièce de résistance, however, is the pepperami. Now, what you do with the pepperami is you take a small bit off the end and you chew it for 45 minutes and try and make that one last. And then what we've got for later is your standard shepherd's pie. So you add water, and not only does it look like dog food, it fucking tastes like dog food as well. Thank you very much, Expedition Foods. All your stuff tastes like dog food. So I have very cleverly brought myself salsa picante and debating whether or not to just drink this outright or suffer through this. Next week on Cooking with Finn, I'll be showing you how to dress and roast my left foot. Okay. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. This hat, by the way, is amazing to sleep in. So I got a couple of gifts. This is from Greg and the family, and it's printing of, 2nd edition printing of the poem If by Rudyard Kipling. It's the one that starts, "If you can keep your head when all about you." And the paragraph or the stanza that's really kind of sticking is, "If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on." That really helps a lot. And even better, strangely enough, I didn't even notice until afterwards, it's been signed by the entire family. And so this has been sent over across the Atlantic a couple of times. So my sister signed it, my dad, my wife, my brother. It's just amazing. But wait, there's more. Did someone say ho ho ho? Because I also got, I can't show you this totally. I got a magazine called, I have to do that, High Society. And then another one. Oh man, what can I show you here? That's not too bad actually. Arse wrecked, which I'm assuming is a pun on shipwrecked. It's a Christmas miracle. It's like being sent back to the 80s. I got letters instead of emails, and I've got porn mags instead of the internet. So thanks guys. Everyone at home, I guess, is having Christmas dinner, and I think that's the best part about Christmas, just the fact that everyone comes together to spend time with each other. There's the gift giving as well. I foolishly said that I was going to do all my Christmas gifts when I came back and kind of take advantage of the January sales. But now I kind of wish I'd got people. I mean, I did some Christmas shopping. It's the 26th of December and it's 3 o'clock. I've just finished a 3-hour rowing shift. I'm so tired. It's like torture, to be honest. I've now got 2 hours to rest, and then I'm back on for another 2 hours. I'm just rowing by myself, and it's knackering. I can feel my back going. I don't think I'm going crazy. I think it's just exhaustion that I can feel, but I can kind of feel the edges of it. And then also there's a little bit of fear because this is becoming normal. And I start to wonder about the difference between what I used to be like and what I'm like now. I'm going to get some sleep. Yo, this is MTV Cribs. Let me show off my Pimp Palace, the cabin. So, there's all my stuff, my food. What are we eating today? We're eating mild curried beef with rice, which means this cabin is going to smell lovely. It's my water bottle and my pillow, which is actually dirty laundry, so I just need some rain or fresh water to wash that. Let me show you my Christmas decorations. Bam! Thank you very much, Greg. So these are the Christmas decorations, a little bit of tinsel. There's my daily calendar, and I don't know if you can see that. I always read it in a kind of Bolton Wiganese accent, although that should probably say reet instead of right. And down there on Mondays Wednesdays and Fridays, stretch out my right leg. On Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, my left leg. And then on Sundays, I go absolutely batshit crazy and I stretch out both legs. And everything here on the left is Nick's. Obviously the fire extinguisher is fair usage. And basically, as you can see, Nick has organised and laid out an entire wardrobe's worth of clothing, which is great because if the boat does spin round, I'll smack my head on the fire extinguisher, but my body will be cushioned by Nick's dirty underwear. I'll show you my light. Look at that. Oh yeah, all the mod cons. I've got a little USB thing which doesn't work, and all the sharp rivets, nuts, bolts are all cushioned for my pleasure, so that's all good. Someone's written a message: never stop believing, keep laughing, no regrets. Keep laughing? No. And you can see outside there, and that's pretty much it. And this is what I've been living in, and I know from experience Happy New Year. It's 2014 and you know what that means. We celebrate with ham in a bag. Oh yeah, healthy, nutritious. Eat it, wear it, use it to plug a hole in the fucking wall. That's what we're having today. Ham in a bag. I want to go home. I want proper food. Happy New Year. Today is day 36. It's the 8th of January. It's also possibly the worst weather that we've had for going out on shift. We're still rowing, but you go out and it's torrential rain, and then a wave comes over. Side on, so we're getting there's one there. We're getting hit by some pretty big waves, and they just soak you from head to toe in salt water. And if you have any kind of salt rashes, which we all do, it's extremely painful. Then it rains on you again. It's just like, it's been like that for 2 days now. And I don't care. I did until about 2 hours ago. I called home and you get the usual, "Hi, you're right, are you safe, are you eating?" You know, your standard, "Are your boots okay, is your mail coming through" kind of stuff. And then Leigh said, "I've been to the midwife." And even though it's too early, they heard the heartbeat of our baby. And it's really strong. And I just started crying. And then all through my shift after that, and the shift after that, that's what's been keeping me warm. So today is the 9th of January, and I almost died. So out on shift, 6:15 I think, and then the boat capsized. I got stuck between the oars and stanchions with my head in the water. Sorry, my head and my torso in the water, and the boat didn't upright itself immediately. And I remember thinking very calmly, wow, this is what it's like to drown, and this is the way that I'm going to die. And then another little voice in my head kind of said, you know, activate your life jacket. So I remember doing that, and I remember trying to get up, but the force of the water was pushing me down, and I started taking on seawater. Got up with the jacket inflated, crawled back on board, and I can hear Mark screaming, get me in, get me in. And he'd also been washed overboard, but legs first, whereas I'd gone head first. I pulled him in, and we've just spent the past 20 minutes getting the sea anchor out, and God, everything's fucked. Oh, the boat's a mess. Everything that was on deck's been washed away. All I can think about is Leigh. I don't want to die here. I'm not gonna die here, but fucking hell. So today is the, where are we? The 10th of January, and that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38 days, and today we've got less than 1,000 nautical miles to go, which is a huge deal. Yay! Okay, so top 10 foods that I miss. Number 10. I've been thinking about this for a while, for about 3 days now. I made a list. Number 10 is KFC, with a little pot of gravy. So you get the chicken and you dip it in the gravy. Oh, that's good. So that's 10. Number 9 is the McRib. McDonald's, why can't you just put it on the menu? People will eat it. People will eat it. You don't need to bring it out once every 3 years, or when there's a blue moon, or when the stars align. McRib is just beautiful, especially with the barbecue sauce. That was 10, 9. So number 8 is Welsh cakes, especially if they've just been baked. I could eat Welsh cakes all day. Number 7 is street hot dog. So if you're from Manchester, if you know Market Street, there's the fucking hot dog guy at the end of it, with loads of onions and that relish that you can only seem to get there, and loads of mustard. That's really good. Number 6, kind of similar, is the Greg's hot dog. Greg's sausage roll, and HP sauce to dip it in. So you put the HP sauce on the paper and you dip it in. I like dipping. I don't know why. I think actually that has to share a place with Cornish pasty. I remember on Fridays my mum used to buy us all the Cornish pasty, like a little treat. Okay, I'm not gonna cry on my fucking food video. That was number 6. Number 5, Scotch pancakes with loads of syrup. Oh, hot Scotch pancakes. Because you can eat them cold, but they're a bit shit if they're nice and hot, and you cover them in syrup, or honey if you have to. 4 is the TGI Fridays rib special platter plate. Check it out; it will change your life. Oh my god, what am I doing to myself? 3 is Almost Famous Burger with curly fries or sweet potato fries. 2, fish finger sandwich with mayonnaise. Now this is really important. It doesn't count. You have to put mayonnaise and ketchup. You can't mix them together. And you cut the crusts off the sandwich. That's really nice. And then number 1 is the full English breakfast. So that's toast instead of fried bread. Nice thick sausages. You know those massive fucking inch thick bits of back bacon, baked beans. Did I say toast? Yeah. Plum tomato and black pudding. And a nice hot cup of tea to wash it all down with. So I've tortured myself. That's my top 10. It might change because it doesn't include Oreo and banana milkshake. You need to try that. That is amazing. Time for meal number 1 of the day. Custard with mixed berries. Freeze-dried food prepared in the bag. Yay! Today is January the 17th, which means that it's day 45. We should be home. Instead, we have about 780 nautical miles to go. The weather's picking up, which is good. We've got following seas and winds, so I'm celebrating with a packet of squeezy peanut butter and Yorkies, not for series. I'm going a little bit stir crazy. As you can see, I've lost a shitload of weight. All I'm doing now is just rowing and thinking about home. I just want to finish this, and you know, there's nothing that you can do apart from row. Nothing's going to get us out of this apart from rowing. And you just have to keep digging at it, piece by piece, little bit by little bit, and hopefully that'll get us home. I have a slight irrational fear that Antigua won't be there. That we capsize again. I know these are irrational fears, and I just need to get through this. I just want to go home now. I've done the adventure, you know. I've crossed the ocean pretty much. I want to go home now. I'm done. It's Tuesday, 21st. One of the crew members has physically assaulted another. There's no team now. It's neither of them were me. I ended up being in the middle, trying to be the peacemaker. We're back to rowing now. We've got 11 more days, hopefully, until we're back. The centre doesn't hold. It's every time I think it's as hard as it's going to get, it just gets harder, and I'm genuinely curious now just to see how much more I can take. All I can do is just get out there, sit down and row, and then go out and then rest and then row. I've not missed any shifts. I've not been late for any shifts in the 2 months we've been out here. But seeing that today, it's do we have to be physically, do we have to be afraid now of each other? Should we be sleeping with, you know, a knife under our bunks? Is it that bad? It just, I just have to remind myself of, you know, the reasons why I'm here and why I've sacrificed so much to get here, and hope that things get better, and know that if they get worse, I can take it. Day 54. This should be our last week. It's Sunday, which means that this time next week we should be coming into English Harbour. This has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I never thought it would ever be this hard. And the other people that have done this, it's not been this hard for them either. I can be a bit emotional because I fucking earn it. This is just, there's no answers out here. There's nothing out here. It's just made me so aware of everything I have back home. My mum, my dad, my wife, my sister, my brother. Nothing's worth this. Nothing is worth this. Day 50, and as you can see, I have turned into Jesus. By day 60, I think I'll be coming into Antigua with 10 new and improved commandments for 2014. Number 1, thou shalt not row ever again. I think, depending on how long the beard gets, I might Rastafarian it up when I get to Antigua. So we'll see.
Days of sharks and storms, the Bolton boys who survived their Atlantic challenge.
Said to be the world's toughest rowing race, it took them from La Gomera across the Atlantic to the Caribbean island of Antigua. 3,100 miles of open ocean. And it wasn't all plain sailing. 59 days, 18 hours, 4 minutes and 9 seconds after leaving the Canaries. A warm Bolton welcome at the quayside in Antigua. 16 teams started the race. The boys from Bolton finished 8th. Not bad though, considering 4 boats had to be abandoned while other teams have yet to arrive in Antigua. Mark Edwardson, BBC North West Tonight.
Oh, fantastic. Well done to them.
I think
they found a razor now as well, I expect.